Yo, what is up guys, this is Tyrannic Swine here and welcome to another random sort of video. Now I know it's been a while since I've done a video, and because I have been busy trying to get on with other games and I have been on a little bit of a holiday and I might be a little bit late to this sort of news, but I really wanted to talk about it since I'm a major fan of Doctor Who. And now it's been revealed that the 13th Doctor is Jodie Whittaker, and this is interesting since this is the first time we're having a female being cast as the Doctor, and there has obviously been a lot of mixed responses to this whole thing, but I think this is more of a good thing, because for the last 54 years the Doctor has been a male, but as a species, as a Time Lord itself, it doesn't necessarily mean he has to be restricted to being male. And I think the fact that we're finally getting a female Doctor is actually an interesting move, considering now that the Master went from being male to female when Capaldi started as the Doctor. I thought it would eventually come to the point where the Doctor would also be female, and I think it's actually an interesting move, considering there is a lot of things you could do with a female actress. Because not everything you can do with, you know, like a male actor, you can do with, like, they can't really do some of the things other, like what female actresses can do. There's a lot of new situations you can come up with this sort of move, and I think this could be interesting. It would be interesting seeing how the Doctor's enemies will react to him being her, and his like the people he'll meet if, like, we do go back to any people that he's met before in the past. Will be interesting to see their reactions. Plus, it has been a very long time since we've actually seen a prominent female Time Lord, or a Time Lady, since the last time we technically had a character that was a Time Lady that actually was pretty prominent in the series was Romana from the classic series back in the 1970s and 80s. And her character was really interesting since her intelligence was pretty much on par or a little bit better than the Doctor's. And so it'd be interesting now that we get to see the Doctor as a female herself, should I say. We could have, this could bring back a sort of a bit more of a nostalgic feeling like that. And it would be very interesting to see what kind of situations she does get into from this point on. And it would be nice to see what kind of style, like what she wears. Like, considering each Doctor has their own sort of style to wear, like what they wear, the clothes they wear. It will be interesting to see what the 13th Doctor will come up with, and of course, like, what new enemies they'll come up with, and the new companions. Now, the companions is a little bit of something that I'm kind of a bit iffy about, because considering since the male Doctors had mostly female companions, I don't know if we're going to be getting mostly male companions now. It would be an interesting move, but I'm not so sure. It would be fine if we have a male and a female companions at times, but if it's just purely a male companion and the Doctor, I don't really know, because usually the male companions are the sort of the weaker of the companion section. Because the main reason why companions are being female, well, mainly it's because, I don't really know why, but mainly because they're the assistant sort of people. But they can be strong characters, can be the companions, especially when they're female. So I keep thinking, and most of the male companions I've seen in the past haven't really exactly been too amazing. Some have been good, but not fantastic like the female companions. So I keep thinking if they're going to change the companions mostly to male instead of female, it might sort of change. It might sort of be a bit more mixed with me with the whole like companion Doctor relationship. But this whole sort of thing has been getting a lot of negative. Well, it's been mixed, but there's been a bit of negativity too, like people saying they're gonna quit because now it's a female, and it's completely stupid. This has been happening since every single time the Doctor has regenerated since after David Tennant, and it's getting more ridiculous every single goddamn time. Like the first, like with Matt Smith, it was because he probably wouldn't have been as good as David Tennant, which is ridiculous as it is, because Matt Smith was actually a pretty good Doctor. People said they weren't going to watch it because Peter Capaldi is an older Doctor, not as decent to look at, when in the past their Doctor began as an old man. And to be honest, his first 3 incarnations were pretty old too, along with his 7th. So I don't know why people were whining about that. Sure, he probably wouldn't be as relatable, but hell, at least it was nice to see what people react to when it comes to an older Doctor. And now that we have a female, it's like people whining because it's a female. Yes, I know there's all that freaking feminist bullshit, but I really don't give a shit, to be honest, at this point. It's just bollocks, really. I'm interested to see what a female doctor can do. And to be honest, we've had 54 years of a male doctor. Maybe it's time for a female doctor to take over. And besides, you never know, it could be interesting, it could be fun, like this situation she'll get into or something. We have no idea. But I'm very interested to see what Jodie Whittaker is going to do as the next Doctor. Who knows what she'll do, especially considering what happens in the Christmas special, when Peter Capaldi finally changes. So yeah, hopefully in the future. I don't know what's going to be happening with Doctor Who at this point, because who knows? I mean, Doctor Who has been going down slightly. I mean, especially these last few series. I mean, Peter Capaldi wasn't a bad Doctor, but I feel like the stories haven't been as top-notch as they have been in the past. Matt Smith's were actually pretty good, and David Tennant's, of course, were excellent, and Christopher Eccleston was, well, he had one series, but it was a pretty good first series. The Peter Capaldi series has been a bit on and off. He's had good episodes, he's had bad episodes, but so has every Doctor, really. I mean, every Doctor in the franchise has had their good and bad episodes, and hopefully we'll get to see what, like, the sort of adventures the Jodie Whittaker's Doctor will have, and what kind of, like, ridiculous situations she may end up getting into. So yeah, I'm hoping that Jodie Whittaker will do a good job of playing as the Doctor, and seeing what kind of things she'll get up to. So, that is how I feel about the fact that the 13th Doctor is now going to be female, and how this may change the whole course of the show itself, considering this is something that that's never really happened before. And hell, you never know, this could technically be a good thing. It might bring a bit more freshness to Doctor Who, considering we've had a male actor for so long, and the fact that now we're going to get a female actress, it could actually freshen up the show. Considering how things have been going a bit down lately, and you never know. Maybe things will get better, maybe it'll get worse, I don't know. We'll just have to see and find out. We can't just blatantly say something negative about it until we've actually seen what Jodie Whittaker can do with the Doctor. And then, after we've seen, like, probably an episode or a few, I wouldn't, like, entirely opinionate her from the first episode. I'd probably wait until the series is over, to have a good opinion of her. But until then, we don't know what's going to happen. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video about the new Doctor. I hope there's some Doctor Who fans out there watching this. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you think about the next Doctor being female. And I shall see you guys in the next random video.